I soaked the ends of the in-between pieces of cane in some water and doubled up when I bent them around the rings and clamped them in place to dry overnight. With the dry pieces, I glued the inner one on the back and then sandwiched it against the outer one and left them to dry. The glue dried a lot quicker than when the cane was drying in place, so I was able to use lots and lots of clamps on each one, and then I wouldn't have to wait long before doing another one. I bought some more cane to weave through the head because I thought it would be nicer if it looked more full, and also it would be stronger. I tried to weave every other strip in, out, and then out, in, but sometimes I had to double up on the pattern, which didn't ruin the aesthetic. It was just because I couldn't move everything over because it wasn't cylindrical. As you'll see, I've got shorter bits in certain places. The longer bits went across the middle and right around the side, and then they got slightly shorter because you can see that it needs more in that bit that bulbs out. I weaved the long pieces of cane and then trimmed the rest off and then weaved them back through. Where I'd bent the in-between bits and they'd sort of curved out a little bit, I felt like I needed to curve them back in a little bit so that they were a bit more straight, so that they would attach easier to the next ring because that would be actually smaller. I used my measurements diagram to work out the distance between each ring and mark it on the in-between bits. I then used the clamps to fit them together and sort of work out how long the trunk would be when it was put together. I put some glue on the trunk and then put the in-between bits over so that I could put them in place, but I needed to make sure they were perpendicular, so I used my protractor with an arm, which helped to work out exactly the opposite piece as well. If they weren't exactly perpendicular, I don't think it would affect the mechanism too much, but I think it wouldn't look very uniform.